Hey y'all, so it's week 9 and I know my video is a week late. Last Monday I had some very personal issues to deal with, so I wasn't really in the right mentality to make a video, but I'm doing a lot better this week, so here's my video. I just want to stress that you'll see some videos be uploaded later than usual, or sometimes the video aren't up at all for some people, and that's okay because everyone on this channel has a life outside of this channel. And for me, I really believe that life comes first, and that is really important to take care of oneself, both physically and mentally. And I want to stress that for everyone who's watching, that you should take care of yourself. Self-care is extremely important, and it's not just physically take care of yourself, but also mentally. So I just want to let y'all know that, and to expect that not every week everyone's going to post a video, and not everyone's going to be on time. So just wanted to throw that out. This week is week 9, and we're talking about what transition means to us. And for me, transition means just, then this is going to sound very cliche, but excuse me, to be authentic to yourself, and to be whole and at peace with who you are, and however that might look and however that might be. So for me, pronouns and hormones and surgery, however cliche that might seem, is what affirms me and my self and my authentic self. So for me, transitioning is both a social thing and a medical thing. But I really want to make sure that everyone understands that everyone transitions differently. You'll see people medically transition and some don't. Some people socially transition and some don't. Some people choose to um, use a different pronoun than the one that they were given at birth, and some don't. Some people just don't have the money or the resources to transition. Some people don't have the privilege to transition the way that they want to, whether it be money or resources, or just family situations, situation at home in their life that doesn't allow them to transition. And that does not mean that they're not in their own way, because just working through that is their own transition process, their own identity process. It doesn't mean that they're any less trans as the next person. Everyone identifies the way that affirms them, and no one has the right to police each other, and we shouldn't. And even though that does happen a lot, it doesn't make it right. That does not make them any less trans. That does not mean that they're not transitioning. Everyone transitions in their own special way, in their own special pace. What blows my mind is people thinking that there is a right and wrong way to transition, that the right way to transition is to be a certain height, to weigh a certain amount, to be skinny, to be on hormones, to get top surgery, to identify a certain way, to look a certain way, to act a certain way. And that is not the case. That is not how it works when you transition, and it shouldn't be how it works. And you hear that a lot, and whether it be from society or from yourself, there's just things that you have to realize, that the world doesn't work that way. Because when you feel pressure to fit into this little box or this mode that society has placed upon you, you got to realize that if you do that, you're not being your authentic self. And to me, being your authentic self is doing whatever makes you feel like you the most. And that doesn't mean that you have to socially transition. That doesn't mean that you have to medically transition. And that doesn't mean you have to act or look a certain way, weigh a certain weight, be a certain height. You know, you don't have to be hyper masculine, hyper feminine. You don't have to be any of that as long as you are yourself at the end of the day. That is all that matters. That's all that should matter. And anyone who tell you differently has their own internalized issues to deal with. Be yourself, because at the end of the day, it's your life. Your authentic self is what matters. So regardless of what people say, regardless of how other people are transitioning, it's not a competition. You know, you do what makes you feel comfortable and what affirms you the most and where you are right now.